Hello and welcome back doing firmament side quests. Here we go. There's only 3 left. Welcome, my good woman, to Smoke Springs. This is my favorite place in the world, and once you've experienced its soothing waters for yourself, I have little doubt it will be yours as well. Yes, visitors of all types come from near and far seeking the succor of its healing waters, which are all but proven to have the power to wash away one's every worry, and ease nigh upon every ache, pain, ailment, or malady known to man. Why, I myself have bathed here some 20 odd times, and that's just today. Do you not feel the gentle, steamy breeze in the air? Does the sound of trickling water not tickle your ears with sheer delight? Can you not scarcely wait to free yourself from the biting cold and slip into the sublime world of warmth and comfort? Say no more. Your bemused gaze tells me that this is your first visit to this splendiferous sight. Allow me to give you the tour. This here is the rest area, where you can relax and cool off one's body after a sumptuous soak. Sitting here and breathing in the fresh air while sipping Ishgardian brandy are nourishing both belly and soul with a cup of yak's milk. Why, if there's a more heavenly sensation to be found in this realm, then I'm a Malden's uncle. Now, allow me to truly amaze and astound you. For I haven't even gotten to the best part of it all. I speak, of course, of the steam bath, that blissful haven of heat and sweat that will flush the toxins out of every pore of your body and leave you feeling like a woman reborn. But why take my word for it? Slip into your bathing attire and follow me. You came for a relaxing soak in the water, you say? But don't you worry, that's coming at the end. Trust me, you'll appreciate it that much more after you sweat your fair share. Oh, I'm smart. Is it not a sight to behold? I swear to you, if there is a more incredible invention in our entire realm, why, you can't cast me from the highest peak of Cortherias. Some find the heat too overpowering for their liking, but I'm certain that for a strapping young woman like yourself, the experience will prove positively divine. And once the sweat has poured from you like falls, plunge into the chill waters of this pool and mark my words, you'll feel as if you went soaring straight to the heavens. Not to mention that you'll lock in the heat and ward off any malicious maladies or ailments seeking to break into your body. But don't take my word for it. Just between you and me, a certain illustrious individual whose showing name unnamed but may or may not be the esteemed Azure Dragon has been known to stop by for a soak from time to time. Why, I've spoken to him myself. We soon bonded over our love of all things bath, and he was kind enough to share with me his tale of the time he did frequent a bathhouse on one of his travels to the land of Hingashi. In that far-flung realm, he said they heat cups of rice wine in waters and sip upon them whilst nibbling on seasoned dried squid. Why, I would happily trade away my firstborn son for even the chance of experiencing such rapture just once in my life. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself again. Yes, I simply must escort you to the baths. Feast your eyes upon snow soaks, pride and joy, the grand baths. I have it on good account that a select group of Ishgard's most accomplished artisans labored for nigh 7 fortnights to shape this tub into an aesthetically perfect form worthy of the blissful waters that fill it. Why, it's said that the original design was conceived by none other than one of the finest minds of House Desimel, who also developed the method by which the hot springs are summoned up from deep beneath the ground to bless our bodies with their warmth and healing power. But could one possibly hope to appreciate the sheer wonder of baths and sauna simply by hearing some stranger ramble on rampagely about it until the end of time? Heavens no. So what are you waiting for? Doff your garb and hop in on for yourself already. Yeah. Well, that fucked me up for a second. Alright. Tell me, friend, are you prepared to experience true bliss? Ah, is it not everything I said it was, and then some? Pardon me. Slap me, sir, with the kissing trout. If it isn't Count Charlemagne de Dundrier, what brings your lordship to this place? Does the Dundrier Demoscene not have a private bathhouse that far outstrips this place in sheer scope and luxury? I do believe these facilities are open to one and all, regardless of stature or status. But if you must know, firstly, they afford me the opportunity to converse uninhibited with individuals such as yourself, that I might hear the voices of our citizens firsthand. If more members of nobility were to follow my lead, I do firmly believe that Ishgard would become a more compassionate nation. Yet, far too many seem to believe themselves above it all, and so, as lord of the highest houses, I come here to set an example. Secondly, I come to admire the artistry and technical mastery of House Desmal. It pleases me greatly to see that they too are expanding their etheric pursuits and forging a new role for themselves in this new age of peace and enlightenment. Thirdly, but is it not self-evident? Soaking in these soothing waters and gazing out upon the snow-kissed landscape, why, there is no place in our fair realm I would rather be. more normal quest. Oh. Maybe I went too high. If it isn't the savior of Ishgard in the flesh, you couldn't have come at a better time. How would you like to assist me in the illustrious Edulate, Ishgard's preeminent pyrotechnician, in her latest foray into the realm of sky-spanning aesthetic excellence? Say no more. Of course you would. Here, take this skull into hand and use it to set the masterpiece I've placed over at Quill's trace aflame. I promise you, the result will be nothing short of scintillating. Adula just dropped us here and ran off laughing like a woman possessed. Whatever could it be? Oh, that's cool. Oh, now there's a sight to behold. Adula kept saying she was slaving away in her workshop on the project of a lifetime, but I figured she was just blowing hot air again. You honor us with your presence, my lady. Just between you and me, I couldn't help but notice a similar-looking device sitting all alone atop the mattock, and a group of children eagerly gathered around it. Perhaps Edulad means to put on a show for them as well. Of course they're doing that dance. Hey. Huh? What's this weird tube? The sky, it's sparkling. I've never seen anything so beautiful. Hey miss, I saw another one of those tubes over on the abacus. Do you think that one will make the sky light up too? Not a day goes past that I do not give thanks for all you have done for us, my lady, but whatever brings you here today. Oh, what beautiful fireworks. I have not seen such a sight since, well, it's been many years. Still, what a lovely way to celebrate the restoration of the firmament. And fitting is it that the one to ignite the blaze is none other than the very hero who delivered our fair nation from war. Thank you, my lady. Do pass on my regards to dear Adelaide next time you see her. Who gave you permission to set off with all the fireworks, you fool? But I jest. I was hoping you would do just that. Why, I saw the sight from here, and I do believe it's safe to say that I am the genius that I always knew myself to be. Did the townspeople appreciate my masterwork as much as I did? Of course they did. The incredible spectrum of colors, the unsurpassed elegance with which they dance and dart through the sky. Only a fool or a blind man would fail to appreciate this spectacle. But my true dream doesn't end there. Take a look at this beauty besides me. Bertha here was my pride and joy when I served on the front lines. I couldn't count the number of times she saved me from the ravaging claws of the horde. When the war ended, I figured she'd end up all alone, collecting dust in the dark corner of some storehouse. So I offered to take her home myself, with the promise that I'd keep her well maintained and put to good use. And my natural aptitude for pyrotechnics has allowed me to do just that. We may no longer have need for weapons to shoot dragons out the sky, but I mean to give Bertha here a new life, shooting sheer beauty into the sky and bringing joy and hope to the people of our nation. But why stop at Ishgard? Yes, one day I will surely journey across all Eorzea with Bertha in tow, lighting up the skies in all corners of the realm with a spectacular rainbow of fiery blossoms. For the part you played in helping me realize my life's work, I thank you, as do no doubt all who one day bear witness to the wonders that you have helped me introduce to the world. And with that, I give you leave to resume your travels, but wherever you roam, always look to the sky, for you never know when Adelaide's fabulous fireworks will return to grace your eyes once more. You will share my wonder of my fireworks with the rest of the realm, will you not? Okay. Last quest. Yep. might be the last main quest here, if it's not a side quest. Hold on. Oh, okay. I thank you for entertaining my requests. There is another I believe would be keen to hear what you have to say. He shall be arriving anon. Yo, the Count mentioned there was someone he wished to introduce to me. I did not expect it to be you. Tell me, how have you fared since last we met? Mayhap I should have surmised that the two of you were already acquainted. Yo accompanied Lord Francel and I on our trade delegation to the Three Nations, which I dare say would not have been nearly as successful as it was without her insight. Since returning home, I have been pondering many a matter. Long has our house Darundel stood at the fore and done its sworn duty to protect our countrymen from heretics and the Horde. But Ishgard now enters a new era. In these changing times, how must House Darundel adapt best to serve our nation, our fair nation? This is the question that most occupies my thoughts of late. As our nation turns its eyes to the outside world, I would once more look within. House Darundel shall see that our nation thrives as never before, and every Ishgardian is able to reap the benefits of peace and prosperity. I am not sure what to say, my lord. Clearly your journey has had quite an effect on you. Needless to say, I wholeheartedly agree with your noble aim, and promise to offer whatever aid is in my power to offer. My knights as well are searching for ways in which they might serve the people now that the blades are no longer needed. Should you lack for manpower, you need but say the word. Very good. I would first task them with carrying out some long overdue restorations in Rome, which unfortunately remains in a most sorry state. But it will not suffice to physically rebuild the city. No, for our citizens to truly prosper, we will need a steady flow of goods and services. A healthy economy is the lifeblood of any nation after all. To that end, I also intend to put House Darundel's fleet of airships to use in shuttering materials to and from far-off lands. You rode one of our vessels yourselves when you aided us in reclaiming the Stone Vigil, did you not? You will forever have my gratitude for your efforts that day. In any event, we will have need of pilots and machinists, and in far greater number than we have now. There are many here who would benefit from learning a trade by which they might earn their keep. We will recruit these individuals and train them to the best of our ability. For this, I would enlist the service of a knowledgeable and patient instructor. Mayhap there is someone you can recommend, Lord Drillmond? Why yes, I do believe I know just the man. He knows our airships inside and out, and has admirable passion for sharing his craft with those around him. He is battle-tested as well. He was the very pilot who served to help us reclaim the Stone Vigil after all. His name is Sestivald, and do not let his youth fool you. He is as knowledgeable and reliable as men twice his age. That said, there is a rub. I have seen neither hide nor hair of him since the war ended. He suffered a wound in his last battle, and I have heard rumors that he has since fallen on hard times. Many such men eke out a living in the broom these days. It is a most unfortunate situation, and one that does not reflect well on our house, or our nation. We must do right by these brave souls, and we must do it now. And so I turn to you, Yo. Might I task you with seeking out this Sestivald and relaying my offer? I have already drawn up a contract that you might deliver it to the man. I would approach the man directly, but our recent foray to the Three Nations has convinced me that when it comes to negotiating with the common folk, you are far more capable than I. Besides, if I am to bring my plans to fruition, there is another whose aid I must petition, and with all haste. Will you do me this favor and speak with Sestivald in my stead? Then I too shall return to Whitebeard Front and recruit as many knights as I can for the cause. That would be most appreciated, Lord Dromont. And with that, I will take my leave. May your meeting with Sestivald be a fruitful one. Ah, there we go. Yes, I'm Sestivald, who asked, by the Fury, are mine eyes to be believed? Was this Count Charlemagne de Darlene there would personally entreat your service as an instructor and mentor to aspiring pilots throughout the... Look, you may be a slayer of the gods, but if this is your idea of a jest, it is true, you say, then of course I accept. I would be a fool not to. Though why the lord of the highest house and a hero such as yourself return to a broken body, nobody rotting his days away in the broom is beyond my comprehension. Pray allow me to say that was a true honor to have had you on board my airship in the operation to retake Stone Vigil. The mere memory of that triumph has carried me through even the darkest of days. At any rate, the letter goes on to state that, should I accept the offer, I am to report to the site plan training facility, which according to this, is to be constructed here in Broome at once. And I do believe I am inclined to do just that. Might I be so bold as to ask you to accompany me? It has been a while since I consorted with nobles, and I fear I might do something to embarrass myself. According to the letter, the site in question is just beyond here. Shall we? You must be Sestivald. On behalf of House Darrender, I thank you for entertaining my offer. Allow me to get right to the matter at hand. As you may know, Lord Francel's efforts to bolster trade with some of the most prestigious merchants from the three nations have been borne considerable fruit. As such, we have need for capable airship pilots to shuttle supplies to and fro. Lord Drillmar has spoke highly of your expertise. I would have you train the next generation of pilots who would steer Ishgard to a brighter future. It is my hope that this will also serve to provide an honest, profitable trade for a number of the unfortunate souls who call this place home. My lord, I do not know what to say. You show great mercy to this battered, broken man and give him a chance to rebuild his life in a way he never imagined. I am honored and blessed to accept your offer. For as long as I draw breath, I will serve your cause with every ounce of strength and passion that I am able to muster. There is also the matter of securing the funds necessary to operate the new facility, as well as to maintain our fleet. Lord Edmont, I trust I can count on the support of House Fort Temps in this matter. That is no longer my decision to make, but I will consult with Autoriel, and I see no reason why he would not be receptive to your cause. When you arrived at Fort Temps Manor and said you would speak with me in private, I must admit, I had my doubts as to what you had in mind. But I cannot very well turn a blind eye to the unprivileged men and women of our society, can I? Not when the savior of Ishgard stands before me, ready to fight for them. That is why you brought Mistress Stan here, is it not? You may think yourself subtle, Lord Charlemont, but I am wise to your ways. After all, this is not the first time you have brought me around to your cause, though this time at least I can say it is a noble one. For years, House Doriander and Fort Temps have struggled for supremacy, but we are not so different, you and I. Is it such a terrible thing that we take advantage of each other from time to time? I think not. Besides, I cannot very well let you live a life of leisurely retirement while I remain on the front lines, fighting for women and men who have been forgotten for far too long. As a matter of Ishgard's most privileged class, it is our calling to lead our nation into a new era of prosperity and enlightenment, and I, for one, have no intention of shirking this duty. Thanks to your efforts, House Darendal and Fortems have awakened to the plight of Ishkar's poor and suffering, and the restoration of the broom has begun in earnest. Well met, friend. I'm pleased to say we've no end of aspiring machinists looking to apprentice here. Say, you wouldn't happen to be interested yourself, would you? Oh, it's so cool to see the broom doing well. Well, that's it, folks. That's the end of the firmament. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I know this is a short episode and my mic was next to the TV for a sec, but I'll see you in the next whatever I do. Peace.